Well, hello everybody. RV living with the geezer. And I'm here in the Casa de Geezer this afternoon. And I've even got some notes. Because if I don't have notes, I'll forget what I wanted to talk about. And this hopefully this won't be too long. I just got a couple of things I want to go over. And a couple of y'all have said, that why don't we ever see your face? Well, there it is. Yep, that's me. And I guess I would rather see, like when I'm doing my driving videos, some YouTubers will have the camera, you're just looking at them. It's like, I'd rather, dude, I'd rather see dudette, I'd rather see the scenery that you're driving through than look at your face for 20 minutes here, I'd much rather do that. So on my driving videos, I will definitely keep it where y'all are seeing the scenery. But I'll do this once in a while. I don't know why. But let's see here. See my t-shirt? Yeah, I'm going to be referring to these notes because when you get a little older, your memory ain't what it used to be, especially the short term. But see my t-shirt? Yeah, my buddy Randy Hodges, who I coached in Little League even before I was married, back in my early 20s. And I coached with Bucky Walters, who was one of my big five friends that I've talked about before, and Butch Delgado, who's always been my number one. Both of them have passed already. And us three coached Randy, and Randy, we coached in Helotes, Texas, which is out west of San Antonio. And Randy's dad was on the Leon Springs Fire Department with us. And Randy went on to be join the Army, and he went to Kuwait and Afghanistan. I believe he was a sergeant. And so at Bucky's funeral, Randy showed up, and I hadn't seen him in I don't know how many years. And he brought me this shirt. And this is it says 1973 to 2023. They had the commemorative t-shirts made for 50 years of the Leon Springs Volunteer Fire Department. And his dad was one of the charter members with me and Bucky. And Don Hodges, yeah, and he's passed away too already. So yeah, I'm hanging in there. Wow. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. But anyway, thank you, Randy. I don't think Randy even knows I have a YouTube channel. But yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about that video I made yesterday about the oatmeal. I meant that to be a tongue-in-cheek video. I don't know, I guess all y'all have heard that saying. That's an old saying. Tongue-in-cheek, it started out, it meant contempt. That you had contempt for something if you would, because you'd sort of stick your tongue in your cheek. This is way back in the old days, but I always use the term tongue-in-cheek thinking about something maybe a little bit funny, because old Tim was struggling making his oatmeal, and man, I got a couple of slams on that one from, yeah. Somebody said, first they said, all you geezer, you older people, geezers, won't listen to anything. Now, man, right off the bat, I said, what a generalization to make. How intelligent is this person, And she said it was a complete waste of her time because Tim, how do I know that Tim wasn't using, I did it for quick oats, minute oats. And she said, how do you know he wasn't using steel cut oats, where you have to cook them and everything the way he was doing, and he probably was. But you know, I would have to give Tim credit. I think I'm pretty sure he can read. So when he got his oatmeal box, I'm pretty sure that he could read the directions, and he would probably cook them as to the directions on the box. You know, not that he was going to listen to me. He didn't watch my videos anyway, so I watch very few of his anymore. I won't get into all that. They're just a little redundant. But anyway, I don't want to say anything. But anyway, so that was that. And yeah, I got maybe a couple other slams on that one. And I knew that was coming, you know. That's all part of YouTube, you know. If you can't take the heat, you stay out of the kitchen. And anyway, and where's Luna right now? She's outside. She got her a spot dug under the trailer. Oh, there she goes. She's been down in her trees down there. She loves to watch the birds down there. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do this summer when I head out to Fort Davis. You know, we'll be in an RV park, and she's going to have to be on a long tether. In the mornings when she goes out, she doesn't want to come back in till nighttime. So you know, I can't let her run loose. But I am going to be you know, like we do now. We went for about an hour walk this morning because the weather was so great. It's just a little bit windy. But anyway, I'm trying to ponder on that one, you know, and see what how she's gonna get her because she's a dog that needs a lot of exercise, and she's got a 1 acre fenced area here to run on, and they run all day long. So you know, I gotta figure that one out. I can't put in as many miles as she can in a day. I'll tell you that right now. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, the story the other day I told about Harold the Heart, the fellow that cut his fingers off. You know, I hope that didn't freak too many of y'all out. But I meant to tell you about after he healed up and came back to work and was doing just fine, tell you all a little bit about Firehouse humor. We would, and I'll just say, my ex, Linda, she never understood my humor, really. She even told me once that, you know, she didn't get, firemen have a completely different mindset as far as making jokes out of maybe tragic situations or picking on each other. It's a stress reliever. That's what it is. It's just we would give each other hell down there, and the only thing sacred was you didn't make jokes about another person's family. You know, you didn't make jokes about their wives or their kids or that. But everything else was fair game. And when Harold came back to work, you know, the first one I heard, I don't forget who asked him, but we were sitting around the coffee table, and somebody said, Harold, since, you know, for y'all that didn't watch the video the other day where I explained it, he cut his fingers off, all of his fingers on, I believe, his left hand, and except his thumb. And they went in and they took the two toes that are next to his big toes, they took them off and grafted them onto his hand, so he'd be able to grip, and I mean, he could perform his job just fine, you know, damn good fireman, and kept making cabinets. You know, he still had his part-time job, and But somebody asked him, the first one I remember, they said, Harold, and they were real serious when they asked him, you know. He go, yeah. They said, do you ever get athlete's foot on your hand now? And, you know, if I went home and repeated that, it wouldn't fly. Or, you know, any of the other guys went home and probably repeated that. I'm just trying to let you all know how the humor in a firehouse. We were always pulling jokes and pranks on each other, especially if it was a new guy that came in, and we didn't, but we mostly did it to each other because that department was so, how do I want to say it? It was a great place to work. It really was. We had a great chief, and nobody left. We went 12 years, and it was only a 20-man department. We went 12 years without anybody leaving in one stretch. So we didn't have any rookies to pick on, so we pick on each other, you know. We'd put a flour bag one time up on the bathroom door, and the guy, you know, the door was, it was propped open. That we had stalls back in there you couldn't see, so that didn't have to close the door, and we had it where the door was just barely open. When the guy dumped it, or came out of there, and he went to open the door, the flour, and you know, we wore these color uniforms, the flour just came down on top of him. But yeah, another one on Harold was if he had, you know, they took toe off each foot, so people would call him duck foot, you know, like a duck, or they'd say, you know, you're waddling a whole lot more than last shift, or, you know, just crap like that. But that firehouse humor, I mean, wasn't just there. That's universal, and like I say, it's just a stress reliever, and I got great memories of it. There was a lot more, and people had nicknames. We had a guy on our shift named Billy Hall, and I guess it's all right if I use their real names. It's nothing derogatory, you know. He slept right next to me, and man, that guy could snore. And he was only like, Billy was like 5'1" or something, and so they nicknamed him Billy Barty. There was a real short character way back. I think he was in a movies or something, and he was a little short guy, and his name was Billy Barty. So everybody had a nickname. I was Big C. Daryl Jonas was Big D. But that's getting off the humor part, you know, the nicknames. And our chief, he went right along with everything as long as you kept it in within reason, you know. You couldn't wear anything too stupid out of the station or anything. You know, you had to present yourself to the public. But I guess that's about all. I don't want to make this too long. I'm using my tripod that my son and Stephanie gave me for Christmas, but I haven't learned how to pair my phone to the remote. It's got a nice little remote. I got it all. It's a rechargeable one, and I got to pair the phone to it where I can just sit here and click it when I'm done instead of having to get up and push the button. No biggie. I'm not gonna stress over figuring out how to use it. So anyway, yeah, my buddy Carl, he shouted me out again this morning. So thank you, Carl. If you followed this video this long, it's getting a little long. But he did an excellent video this morning. Carl's a retired attorney, and he brought up some points about in relation to old Sarasota Tim. I don't know how many of y'all even know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to try to go into it. If you want to know, you can look his channel up. But a lot of people say a lot of really bad things about him, and Carl, being a retired attorney, and he's a He's a long-haired, happy guy. Carl is. That's why he's always laughing, and he's a free spirit. That's the word. That's the term. And Carl was saying, being a retired attorney, he was saying, until someone's convicted I mean, they're talking about criminal things, people slamming him, and since until someone's convicted in our country, they are presumed innocent, and that better be right, and that's the way I feel about it till somebody's till the proof is there and they are convicted. In my eyes, they're innocent. And I watch his videos. I watch Tim's videos. I don't watch near all of them, like I said a while ago. It's too many. But it's entertainment to me. That's all it is. It's just funny. I just catch it being funny. So I'm going way too long on this. Anyway, you all saw me. Here I am. And you might not see me again for a few months. I'll still do videos, but I don't know how many more of these talking ones. We'll see what type of results. Title of a video is everything. So I got to come up with something tragic or castrophobic? Is that the word? Tragic, or a mystery type title. I don't know. Those are the ones that get the views. My other ones don't. So talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Adios. Bye bye.